Oh my goodness, this is still Shawn Hayes. I'm back. This is take 3. Oh my goodness. Welcome to day 5 of the 5-day series that I did, Dish the Debt to Increase Your Net Worth. And so we're all about wiping those debt monkeys out of your life forever, because debt was never meant to be your lifetime partner. So this is day 5 of Dish the Debt to Increase Your Net Worth. And so I'm streaming live from my dad's place. And so when your parents call, you come. And so I'm here streaming live, and the crazy part is the same background I have at home, he has on his wall. So this is awesome sauce. And so this week we talked about just removing those debt monkeys. What is a debt, an obligation, and what type of debt? You could have some unsecured debt, and how do you really handle that? And so budgeting plays a big part. But I also, at day 1, I talked about the warning signs. Hey, Nico, how are you doing? I talked about the warning signs, why you need to dish the debt to increase your net worth. One of the warning signs was that you continuously pay your bills late, right? That was number 1. Number 2 is you stop being a giver. And then number 3 is that you quit being a saver. And so we have to get really serious. And so I want to talk about today about being committed. Being committed. We're committed in so many areas of our life. We're committed to our job. We're committed to our ministry. We're committed to our business. We're committed to our communities. And the same commitment that we have in those areas, we have to have a commitment to wipe out these debt monkeys. There's evidence that people are living debt-free lives, and so we just got to do some things a little bit different. So it's evidence people are living debt-free lives, and so we have to make a commitment. We have to say, you know what, Delshawn, I am committed to being debt-free, and then we're gonna put a realistic payment plan, right? A repayment plan, so we can get repayment plan in place so that we can wipe out those debt monkeys. And so if you grab the ultimate guide, ultimate guides, Ditch Your Debt to Increase Your Net Worth, you will receive free access to the webinar. So hey, you invest in the ultimate guide, you will be able to attend the webinar this Sunday the 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, absolutely free. And so investment in the ultimate guide, and one of the pages on the ultimate guide is to have you write out what is your debt-free date, right? Because a goal without a date will not be fulfilled. And so the first thing I ask you to do is, what is your debt-free date? And so the date might change, but the plan and the goal remains the same, to wipe out those debt monkeys, because what we want to do is have a positive net worth. And so even if your credit score is booming, you might your net worth might be in a negative, right? So how do you create a personal net worth statement, personal statement? And so of course we have cash, but we have to look at the type of cash that we're going to account for, because you can't count what's in your bank account if you're going to use it to pay bills that month. And so you're going to take your cash, assets, anything that you can flip into cash. So we're looking at furniture, jewelry, anything of value that we can put in the asset. And then we're going to wipe out those liabilities, which is those debt monkeys, because I told you one of the reasons why we need to dish the debt, if you're paying on something or you owe on something more than it's worth. I use an example as a car. The moment we drive it off the lot, that is a depreciating asset, meaning that it loses value over the years. And so maybe now it's valued at $4,000, but you still owe. Hey Valerie, hey, how you doing, Miss Valerie? It might be valued at $4,000, but you owe $6,000 on it. And so that's a key indication that, hey, you need to wipe that debt monkey out of your life, because you owe more than what it's actually worth. Right, what is actually worth. And so we're looking at something. Maybe you have a debt monkey that you're constantly getting repaired constantly, and you still owe on it. Hey, we needed this to debt. And so when you invest in the ultimate guide by clicking the link, you get a free attendance to join the webinar, absolutely free. And so the next 9-minute webinar, we're going to talk about debt. We're going to talk about how to remove those debt monkeys. We're going to show you how to put your personal personal net worth statement together and really see it grow, and meaning that you're worth something. And so I'm happy to say I'm moving debt monkeys out of my life so that my net worth is in the positive now. It took me a long time to be in the positive, right? It took me a long time, but I had to get serious. I had to be committed, you guys. Again, we're so committed in other areas of our lives. We're committed to our jobs. We're committed to our family. We're committed to our community. We're committed to our ministry. We need to be committed to wiping these debt monkeys right out of our lives, because our wealth is hidden behind our debt. I'm going to say that again. Our wealth is hidden behind our debt, and debt was never meant to be our lifetime partner. And so when we put a repayment plan that works for you, that you can commit to and stick to, I'm telling you, you will see those debt monkeys free. So again, when you invest in the ultimate guide, it's budget friendly, that you would get access to the webinar with me on Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's budget friendly. We're going to be on Zoom, and we're going to have a great time, because it's time to get serious. It's time to get serious about removing this debt. Your debt is hidden behind your wealth. And so I'm live streaming from my dad's place. He called me up. He had a skier yesterday and was going through some of his paperwork and things like that. And it was like, oh my goodness, we have to make sure that we are removing the debt, because, something happens to me. I don't want to leave my son a financial burden, but I want to leave him a financial legacy, meaning I want to make sure that I'm leaving him something, meaning that, hey, I'm worth something, and he can use that and build on that instead of starting from scratch. Does this make sense? So make sure that y'all share this out. If you're first time watching my Facebook Live, this is the final day, the 5-day Ditch Your Debt to Increase Your Net Worth series that I did leading up to the webinar on Sundays. It's going to be awesome, because it's time to do something new. We can do a lot of damage remaining in 2018. We just had to make sure that we have a repayment plan that's in place, that we can stick to, that we can commit to, and that we will follow the plan. The plan works if you work the plan. And so again, look at your assets. And what is an asset? And I try to just do it simple. Anything that you can turn into quick cash. And so when we think of asset, we think about, we say cars, but look, your car might be, the value of it might be $4,000, but you still, and it's a liability also, because you still owe about $11,000. And that's a key indication that you need to wipe out that liability, that debt, like ASAP. And I'm going to give you ways how you can do it easy, and then you can continue to keep the momentum down. It's evidence again that people are living debt-free lives, and you can too, because hey, it doesn't matter how much money that you make, if you don't know how to manage it and you don't know how to stretch it without stressing about it, it doesn't help. And I'm going to give you those tools on Sunday. And so this is why I tell you, invest in a guide. You will get free attendance to the webinar. It's online. So hey, even if you don't have a computer, you still got a cell phone. And so you can download the Zoom app and you can still join the webinar. A lot of people say, hey, I don't have a computer. That's all right. We all got phones. You can download Zoom app and you can still join the live webinar. And so it's going to be interacting. I'm going to give you the tools. I can see you. You can see me. I can hear you. You can hear me. And so go ahead, grab a friend, jump on in, because the time is now. Your wealth is hidden behind your debt. Debt is something that you owe. To me, there's no such thing as good debt or bad debt. Debt is debt, just like sin. Debt is debt. You owe somebody. They gonna want their money. And we always talk about, hey, leverage OPM, meaning other people money, but eventually other people will want their money. Right? And you have to have a repayment plan in place. Those of you who are going back to school, right? Those who are going back to college, and you might need some financing, you might need some student loans. This is the time. This is the time to get the guide, ultimate guide, where you're going to get free access to the webinar. And so you could join in, so you can start building, creating a repayment plan. So when those student loans come, you're prepared. You're not petrified. Hey, Michael. Hey, Miss Renee. And so this is why it's so key. I'm a firm believer that debt was never meant to be the lifetime partner, right? And so again, you guys. I'm so serious. We got to be so committed to getting these debt monkeys out of our life. We're so committed in our community. We're so committed to our families. We're so committed to, you know, our jobs and our business. We need to have that same commitment to wiping out these debt monkeys. Again, in the ultimate guide, I give you the first page. It says, give me a due date when you want to be debt free. I don't care what date it is, because a goal without a date is just a goal that's never going to happen, right? Kind of like when somebody get engaged and you be like, oh, we just got engaged, and they say, okay, when's the wedding? What's the date? And they say, oh, we don't have a date yet. And first thing we do is like, oh, they ain't gonna never get married. If they don't give us a date, they ain't never gonna get married. The same way as being a debt free. Debt free is possible, you guys. You need the tools, and I'm here to give you the tools. But hey, you gotta invest. And I made the ultimate guide budget friendly so that you can join the webinar absolutely free. You invest in the guide, you have access to the webinar. Free of charge, 90 minutes. This webinar value alone, $397. And all you're investing is $57 in this ultimate guide that you can have and walk you through the process, because we have to increase our net worth. What are you worth? If you wrote your statement, your net worth statement, what are you worth? $1,000, $2,000, maybe a negative $5. We got to get serious, you guys. We have to get serious about our finances, because we don't know when Murphy and his law show up. Again, I'm not streaming live from my house today. I got a phone call. My dad called me. Hey, you know, it was a scare at the doctor's yesterday, so I came over here. But you guys, we got to get serious, because we don't want to leave our kids with a financial burden, but a financial legacy. We got to make sure that our stuff is in order and keep the main thing. Yes, I love bling. I love vacation. I love all this stuff, but we got to make sure that our finances in order. Sometimes we want the experience, but hey, there's life after experience called debt. Right? There's life after vacation called debt. It's life after that. And when we remove those debt monkeys from our life, that is true financial freedom. That is like, you know what? I ain't got to worry about this. I don't got to worry about this. Murphy and his law show up, I'm good. So again, you guys, grab the ultimate guide. Share this out. Sharing is caring. Again, if this is the first time tuning with me, I am your financial coach, Arthur, fast speaker, money control strategist, #1 debt slayer. So I always come giving you ways to improve your money management skills in a way that you can get those debt monkeys off your back. I'm a firm believer debt was never meant to be our lifetime partner. But every payment, every step, we can be debt free. It's evidence out there. People are living debt free life. Why can't you? And we got to be so intentional about our money that we can't spend every dollar that comes into our hand. It's all right to keep some money that we earn. It's all right. There's no peer pressure over here. It's all right to keep $1 if you earn that dollar. So again, we have to do something a little bit different. If you're catching a replay, make sure you put #replay so I know if you coming in. But again, share this out, and I hope to see you in class in the training this Sunday, August the 12th at 8 p.m. It's going down. But hey, first you got to invest in the guide. You invest, you get free attendance at this webinar. And I'm telling you, I got so much to give to you, because we're going to wipe out these debt monkeys. Debt was never meant to be our lifetime partner. It's time to break the bond. It's time to break the change and break free, right? Because our wealth is hidden behind our debt. We can't do XYZ is because of our debt. There's so many people like, hey, Delshawn, I want a home, and they got the credit score. You know what's stopping them? That debt to income ratio, meaning they got more debt than money coming in. And I want to wipe it out, because I want your goals to come true. But you got to work the plan. You got to get the tools from me and then work the plan. So again, I will see you. We're about to get some positive net worth by the end of 2018. I want everybody who's connected me to have a positive net worth statement, positive, by the end of 2018. So again, I'll talk to you guys later. This was day 5. Make sure if you have not watched day 1, 2, 3, 4, make sure you go back and watch those 4 days. It's all about debt and increasing our net worth. You're worth than what that paper says. All right, you're worth the more than that paper says, and we got to do something a little bit different. Okay, so make sure you share this out. Sharing is caring, and I will talk to you guys back later. Bye.